Greetings fellow Decepticons, Sandblaster1987 here with another animation review mini vlog. This one's going to be a little bit longer than the last few because this time I'll be covering not one but 4 animated series at once. Ultimate Spider-Man, Avengers Assemble, Hulk and the Agents of S.M.A.S.H, and the first 2 seasons of Guardians of the Galaxy. These are collectively known, along with the feature-length movie Hulk Where Monsters Dwell, as Earth-12041 of the Marvel Multiverse, the 2010s Marvel Animated Universe where everything's all connected into one. Now, before I start, a couple disclaimers here. First of all, although they share an art style with Earth-12041, most of the Guardians of the Galaxy animated series is treated as a separate universe, due to the way that the Guardians are depicted in Agents of S.M.A.S.H, Ultimate Spider-Man and Avengers Assemble with their classic comic book outfits, as opposed to the MCU design seen in the Guardians spin-off series. Although Thanos retains his Avengers Assemble Season 2 design in the Guardians series, and of course it's still the same animators and art style and whatnot. Although, again, Ronan the Accuser also has his MCU design, so does Nebula. But also, in addition to this, Wolverine, Juggernaut, and Sabretooth and the Fantastic Four make cameo appearances across these series, but there is no mention whatsoever of the X-Men as a team even existing in this universe, which suggests also that the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants doesn't exist either, and Doctor Doom is more of a recurring threat to the Avengers than the Fantastic Four in this universe, although Spider-Man's team have also fought him a couple times. So, without further ado, first off, Avengers Assemble. The first 4 seasons of this series, that being Avengers Assemble Season 1 and 2, Ultron Revolution for Season 3, and Secret Wars for Season 4, all fall into the same category, but Season 5, Panther's Quest, is in continuity with the 2017 Spider-Man cartoon of the Guardians series. It's a little bit confusing, a bit up in the air, I know, but bear with me here. Basically, Avengers Assemble covers Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow and Falcon as they try and save the world from Stark Tower and facing a combination of comic-accurate and movie-accurate threats from both the classic comics and the MCU. So, you've got MODOK, the Advanced Idea Mechanics Hazmat Suit Goons, you've got MCU accurate Red Skull and Hydra designs, you've got a classic comic book Arnim Zola mixed into the MCU Hydra characters, you've got Atuma, Atlanteans, Doctor Doom, and way too many more to mention. Not to mention, of course, crossovers with other spin-off series and such. Season 3 is an overarching plot revolving around the return of Ultron. Season 2 mostly involves the Infinity Stones and Thanos. Season 4 is kind of split into the Avengers being stuck in another dimension and the secondary team having to rescue them for the first part of the series. And then the second part of the series is when the Beyonder turns up and rips apart the universe to become this little battle world, sort of mix and match type of thing. Kind of similar to the way the Contest of Champions mobile game works. I'll go into more detail about that game in another video. Yes, the secondary team of Avengers for this series consists of Ant-Man, Scott Lang, the Wasp, which is Hope Van Dyne, the original Ant-Man's daughter, Black Panther, Kamala Khan as Ms. Marvel II, Captain Marvel Carol Danvers, the Vision, and possibly a couple other members of the team. And of course we do make cameo appearances in the first couple seasons as well, along with other villains like Loki and the Destroyer Armor and so on and so forth. All 4 seasons of Ultimate Spider-Man are also in continuity here, with Season 3 being the Web Warriors, focused more on Spider-Man gathering a team of spider-powered heroes, and Season 4 being the Sinister Six focus season, with a complete redesign for Dr. Octopus twice in the series. So, Ultimate Spider-Man mostly features a team of young superheroes working for S.H.I.E.L.D. It's led by Spider-Man. This team mostly consists of Sam Alexander as a Nova Centurion, Luke Cage as Power Man, Danny Rand as the Iron Fist, and Ava Ayala as the White Tiger. Along with classic Spider-Man villains like Dr. Octopus, Kraven the Hunter, Green Goblin, Electro, etc. pop up at intervals around this point. And there are the occasional crossover team-up episodes where Spider-Man works with Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Iron Man, etc. And yes, Wolverine does make the occasional cameo here. And also Ultimate Spider-Man is where Juggernaut and Sabretooth come in, as well as the mutant villain Arcade, who is the one responsible for a load of video game and prankster type trickery. Things sort of halfway between the Riddler and Toyman from DC, but as a mutant from the X-Men franchise. Other members of Spider-Man's team throughout the series include Nick Fury, Madam Web, the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider wearing Kane's comic book costume, Flash Thompson as Agent Venom, Miles Morales from a different dimension, multiple alternate Peter Parker Spider-Men from other dimensions, Squirrel Girl, Cloak and Dagger, and several others. Iron Man did give Spider-Man a comic-accurate Iron Spider armor at one point, but this was eventually passed on to Amadeus Cho, the child genius, so that Spider-Man and the Iron Spider could coordinate and operate independent of each other. Even the former villain Rhino and Vulture joined S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy at one point until Dr. Octopus manipulated them into turning evil again. Then, in Hulk and the Agents of S.M.A.S.H., Hulk has split off from the Avengers and created his own team of like-minded, gamma-enhanced, super-strength monster characters, including his cousin She-Hulk, their former enemy turned begrudging ally Red Hulk, old friend Rick Jones, aka the A-Bomb, the Blue Abomination, and the Hulk's long-lost son Scar from the Planet Hulk of World War Hulk storyline from the planet Sakaar. Their main enemy is a gamma-enhanced intellect villain called the Leader, who is voiced by James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars cartoon, which I'll cover in a separate animation review later on. So, yes, Abomination, Ego the Living Planet, a comic-accurate Ronan the Accuser, Galactus and several other villains are the main antagonists of the Hulk series, aside from the Earth's governments themselves that still see the Hulk and his team as monsters for breaking everything. Another slight crossover here because Spider-Man teams up with the Hulk and the Agents of S.M.A.S.H. to stop a Venom outbreak in New York at one point. And also, obviously, certain members of the Avengers also team up at one point or another throughout the series. And there was also a feature-length movie special, Where Monsters Dwell, where Hulk teams up with Doctor Strange and the Howling Commandos unit of monster S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, Werewolf by Night, Zombie Jasper Sitwell, Frankenstein's Monster, and Cantu the Living Mummy, and Man-Thing, to solve a few Halloween-themed problems with Dormammu the Dreadlord of the Dark Dimension, using Halloween's scary timing as a means of breaking through from the Dark Dimension to Earth. And finally, the Guardians of the Galaxy animated series. Again, season 3 of this series is mostly in canon with the 2017 Spider-Man series, which I'll cover another time. But basically, it features a cartoon version of the MCU designs for the Guardians, Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax the Destroyer, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and also other characters like Nebula, a comic-accurate version of Mantis, and several others that pop up along the way. Mostly following the Spartaxian Crypto Cube thing that Star-Lord has been using to track an ancient alien energy source called the Cosmic Seed across the universe, trying to stop enemies like Loki, Galactus, Thanos and several other villains from claiming it for themselves and gaining absolute power. There's quite a few symbiote storylines across this situation because the symbiotes have taken over what used to be Groot's home planet. And there are several other weird issues along the way. And almost all of the episode titles for Guardians are puns on the music tracks on Star-Lord's mixtapes. Stuck in the Metal with You, and Drive My Carnage and that kind of thing. So, that more or less concludes my animation review for Marvel Animation's Earth-12041. I'm sorry if I rambled on about various random tangents and spin-offs in this video, but that's the consequence of being me, I'm afraid. So, thanks again for watching. All of these series, apart from Season 3 of Guardians, are on Disney Plus now, so they should be hopefully easily accessible. Season 3 of Guardians should be accessible somewhere else on the internet if you watch the right cartoon streaming websites. So, till then, I've been Soundblaster1987, thanks again for watching. My, next animation review will be the original 1965 stop-motion series, Thunderbirds, part of the Jerry Anderson multiverse. And my next toy review overall will be Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Soundwave. Till then, till all are one, and in the words of the late Stan Lee, Excelsior, true believers.